Hello and welcome to part 2 of the legendary Battlecruiser bundle. In this video we are looking at the Avenger. In this video we'll look at the Vanity shields available from the Dilithium store during certain events of the year. And also look at the ones in the Zen store. The video does have chapters and they are listed in the description down below. The first shield we're going to have a look at is the Alliance Vanity Shield. This is part of the Customer Alliance bundle in the Zen store and is currently the only shield in the Zen store. Shield itself, we have this white hull material, with some grey material and some gold as well. This lovely cyan effect here on the deflector array. We've got red through orange, yellow and white there for the impulse engines. You see them here in the pylons here as well. Got the cyan there for the nacelles. Now, for some weird reason on the Avenger model, the impulse engines and the Passard collectors seem to be tied together as far as colouring goes. If I swap this to the Arbiter, for example, that is the orange plasma effect for the Passard collector that the shield has. But unfortunately, with the Avenger, it's the same as the impulse engines. And that goes for the same one no matter what shield or hull material you select. So it's a minor annoyance in that, and given the amount of bugs in the game, it's not impacting anything, so it'll be very low on the list to get fixed. Let's look down from the top. Again, see some more of that grey material. Got the gold running right down the centre of the ship there, and some more of that cyan lighting at the rear. As we look at the underside, it's the same again. We've got more of the grey and the gold. Moving on to the first shield we'll look at from the Dilithium store is the Baul Vanity Shield. We've got this black hull material. We see this dull cyan lighting effects going on. This pattern effect around the deflector array here. The rear got that lovely red impulse engine effect there. Now with the cyan lighting there. And that cyan should be here in the Passard collector, but I do actually quite like the red on this one. And with the red lines here, I really do stand out nicely against the black hull material. And we see a bit of an etched pattern to the hull material as well from the side. And as I look down, again you can make out some more of that edged pattern effect going on in the hull material. Touch more of the cyan lighting as well. On the other side, again more of that etched pattern in the hull material, more of the cyan lighting there as well. And as I say, those red lines really do stand out nice against this black hull material. Now we come to the Borg Vanity Shield. This really should be renamed to the Liberated Borg Vanity Shield, as it does give your vessel the look of a liberated Borg vessel and not an assimilated one. So we've got the grey hull material. You can see this blue illumination and some gold illumination there as well. So that's exposed areas of the hull. And it has a conduit material beneath the lighting effect. We have this nice blue deflector array pattern here as well. And we've got the blue there for the impulse engines, as you can see here in the pylons as well. Touch more of that blue illumination there and the gold illumination as well. Got the blue there for the Bassard collector and the nacelle, so that's the same on any ship, so it's tied in quite well, the fact it's the same as impulse engines for this shield. Then looking at the side here, you can make out that conduit pattern beneath this lighting effect. And as I look down, you can see various shapes to the hull plating, making up the pattern effect on the hull. Again, more of that exposed conduit look with the blue lighting and some of the gold lighting there as well. Certainly quite a bit there across the pylons for the nacelles also. Then the underside, predominantly along the centre of the ship there, we can see that conduit effect with the various lighting effects as well. Here we have the Discovery Vanity shield. This shield has two visual appearances depending on your faction alignment. For Federation aligned characters, we get the look of Starfleet vessels in Season 1 of Discovery. And for Klingon aligned, you get whatever Discovery tried to pass off as Klingons in Season 1. So look at the Federation aligned first. So we've got a two-tone grey hull material with a bit of a pattern effect to it as well. With this white and blue on the deflector. Got some more blue lighting here at the front. Rear here we have this red honeycomb pattern for the impulse engines. Then we have the blue there on the nacelles. As I look down, you can see that pattern effect there on the lighter grey material. You also see some more of this blue and white lighting here on the saucer. Quite a dark blue there and more white here towards the rear. And so we'll get the underside, again the two-tone material with the pattern effect within it. So this is the Discovery Vanity shield on a Klingon aligned character. So we've got a brown hull material with quite a few different shapes to its pattern. Got this lovely orange through yellow into white effect here on the deflector array. Got the yellow and white there with a pattern overlay for the impulse engines. Then we've got this orange through yellow into white effect here on the nacelles. And then again we've got the impulse effect here on the Bassard collectors rather than the actual Bassard collector effect itself. Let's look down, you can see the full scale of that pattern going throughout the hull material. You can see more of that yellow lighting effect at the back here. Then on the underside, just more of that pattern effect to the hull material itself. Here we have the Emperor's Vanity shield. So we've got this grey hull material. We also have some purple shading as well. Then we get this lovely orange deflector pattern. Got some of this yellow lighting here and again here. The rear there we have the cyan colour for the impulse engines. We've got the yellow there for the nacelles. And you can see here on the side view, we've got a lot of blue illuminated dots throughout the hull material, almost like a starfield colour and effect. And then we've got this purple shading here as well As we look down, we've got some more touches of the purple shading. That's lovely big deep yellow here, and with the orange along here, more of the purple shading, and again you can see a lot more of those blue illuminated dots there as well. And the same on the underside there. Next up, it's the Ferengi Vanity Shield. So we have the orange hull material that we see on Ferengi vessels in the TV show. We've got some gold shading as well. That's lovely grey and deep yellow effect there for the deflector. And we see some grey shading on the hull material as well. At the rear there, we've got that deep yellow again for the impulse engines. Some more grey shading and some more gold shading as well. Now the yellow there for the nacelles. More touches of the grey and gold. And you can see some of this rivet pattern to the material as well. As we look down, so again, more of the gold shading there. We've got the yellow illumination at the rear here. And there's some more of that rivet effect throughout certain parts of the hull material. And the same here on the underside. Here we have the Hur'q Vanity Shield. So we've got a green hull material with some purple shading. We've got this illuminated green pattern effect as well within the hull material. And we've got this pattern green effect for the deflector array. Got this green effect here for the impulse engines. More of that purple shading and that illuminated green pattern as well. Green there for the nacelles. And side on here we can see this shaded pattern within the hull material as well. As we look down, so again, more of this shading, creating this pattern effect within the hull material. So more of the purple and more of this illuminated green pattern here as well. And the underside again, more of the purple shading and quite a bit more of this illuminated green pattern effect as well. Here we have the Kelvin Divergence Vanity Shield. So like the Discovery one, it does have two different visual appearances depending on the faction alignment. I'll have a look at the Federation one first, and then we'll look at the Klingon one. So for Federation aligned, you get the look of Starfleet vessels in the reboot films. So we have this grey hull material, this nice pattern blue effect here on the deflector, and that is a replication of the deflector from the Enterprise in the reboot films. We have this nice orange effect here for the impulse engines. Then we've got the blue and white there for the nacelles. Now, I'm actually quite thankful that this Bassard collector is tied to the impulse engines in this model now, because normally we have an absolutely awful Bassard collector effect on this shield, and you've seen that in previous videos and you've heard me rant about it often enough. As we look down, you can see the pattern effect to the hull material. Now we've got more of the blue illumination here at the rear. And the same here on the underside with the pattern to the hull material. And we do get the two navigation beacons there, flashing away quite a thing. So here we have the Kelvin Divergence Vanity Shield on a Klingon aligned character. So for the hull material, we've got a few shades of green. There's a lovely red pattern effect here on the deflector array. We see some yellow illumination there as well. For the rear, we've got the red honeycomb pattern there for the impulse engines. We have this dull blue honeycomb pattern there for the nacelles. Now the Bassard collector, as we've mentioned previously, this is actually the impulse engine effect, which should actually be here as a yellow effect for the Bassard collectors. So then more of that yellow lighting there as well. As we look down, we see the different shades of green with some touches of grey shading as well. There on the underside, we're seeing a lot more of that yellow lighting. Now we come to another popular shield in the game, and it's section 31. So we have a two-tone hull material, this cyan lighting effect here, and then this pattern design with the cyan for the deflector array. At the rear, we've got a very bright, vibrant red honeycomb pattern for the impulse engines. Now the cyan there for the nacelles themselves. And normally on this shield, the Bassard collector would be blacked out. Then we can see here at the front of the engineering hull, we've got this stripe pattern in the hull material as well. As we look down, you can see the different shades there for the hull material. The vibrant cyan lighting there in this circle, and slightly darker blue there for the rest. Then the navigation lights, or the beacons there, are just cyan in colour and they're not flashing. And the same here on the underside, and a bit more of that stripe material pattern there as well. Now we come to the Tzenkethi Vanity Shield, and this is a very, very busy shield. So we have a green hull material, we've also got some grey and some black as well. Then all this lit area here throughout the ship is panel lighting effects from the hull material, and you'll see some of them do pulsate. Then we've got this lovely warm orange for the deflector array. For the engines, we've got the white there for the impulse engines. And more of that pulsating panel lighting, more of the grey, more of the green, and touches of the black as well. Then we've got the white there for the Bassard collector, and the white there for the nacelle itself. And then we can see this carved pattern in the hull material also. As we look down, you can see quite a bit more of that carved design in the hull material. More of the grey, touches more of the black material as well. And the white lighting and the orange lighting here. Then more of that pulsating panel lighting throughout also. And we also have this orange illumination here as well. And on the underside, again, quite a bit more of the black hull material there. more of the white panelling around various points on the hull, and then we've got this pulsating white light here on the lower dome underneath the saucer. Now we come to the final shield that's available in the Dilithium store, and this is the Zhat Vash Vanity shield. We have an olive green and a sandy brown colour for the hull material. This lovely green pattern effect here for the deflector. The bright red there for the impulse engines. And we have the green here for the nacelle. And you'll see little touches of grey to the hull material also. With the colours, it always reminds me of a army camouflage. And we've got more of the green illumination here at the rear. And with the two-tone with touch more of the grey there as well. And that concludes this video and the series looking at the legendary battlecruisers. So I hope you have enjoyed the look at the Avenger. I'd say it was just a bit unfortunate that there is that issue where the Bassard collectors and the impulse engines are both mapped to the same visual. I would have preferred them to have been separate like they are on most ships. But thank you all very much for watching. As always, there's links in the description down below. So we have my social media and Real Merch discount codes there. Also have links for the STO wiki and for the main Star Trek Online news blog. And for more content, check out Casual Sab, Nick NB and Mix2. There are links to YouTube and Twitch are in the description. A lot of very entertaining and valuable content amongst all three of them, so go and give them a check out. And until the next video or the next live stream, thanks again for watching.